Surprise. Hey everybody, Yankee here. I am never surprised when someone knows more than me about something because I'm not the brightest bulb. I know that, so it doesn't surprise me. I'm not shocked. But it does surprise me when I know more than somebody else. And sometimes I forget that not everybody's had the same experiences, so I will say something that I think everyone's going to understand, and someone will say, what the heck does that mean? That happened recently when I was talking about how one of my favorite manufacturers uses spun bullets as opposed to cast bullets is what I was meaning. And someone came in my comment section and said, what the heck is a spun bullet? Don't all bullets spin? Is a spun bullet something that's been shot before and it's being reused? Well, no, it's nothing like that. And yes, of course, all bullets spin. If they didn't, they wouldn't be very stable. But a spun bullet refers to how it's made. So I thought I'd take a second today to show people the differences between some regularly made bullets and some spun bullets, and also explain how some of the differences are achieved, how they make the bullets. Now, this is by no means a perfect example of all types of bullets, but I think it's enough here for you to get the general idea. Now, first off, when I said spun bullet the other day, I meant a bullet that is produced by spinning the metal. It isn't cast. Most bullets are cast. Most bullets are made of lead. If you look at the lead point on this bullet right here, you can see the end of the lead bullet. The bullet itself is just cast out of lead. Lead is very easy to cast and finish, so that's one advantage it has. And then often they will jacket that lead in copper. You can see the little copper jacket coming up here and leaving the end of the bullet, the lead end, exposed. Now, this is done by swaging the bullet. It's basically a little thin, looks like a nipple. If you've ever done plumbing, little copper nipples that slides up over the bullet, and then it's just compression fit onto the bullet. And you can either do it like this, where you leave the end of the bullet out and it leaves you a lead nose on the bullet, or you can completely encase the bullet and that will give you a full metal jacket. And that would be like this bullet here. This actually has a lead bullet. It's got a cast lead bullet in it, but it is coated or jacketed in copper. And they do that by sliding that little nipple over it and then compression fitting it on. Not a really difficult process to understand. It's basically just like sticking a glove on it. It's like putting a condom on your bullet, for safe shooting, I guess. Now, you don't always have to leave an exposed lead end or cover the whole bullet. Sometimes they will cover the whole bullet, but then they have a hollow point cut into it, as you can see right here. When you look down in the bullet there, you can see the actual lead bullet. It's been cut into to make a hollow core in it. But if you look at the outside of the bullet, it is a solid jacket. Every part of it is covered. And this is a jacketed hollow point. So it's basically a full metal jacket, but it's had the tip cut and designed in a way to make it expand more. Now, when we get into the spun bullets, what that means is the bullets are made by spinning a piece of copper at a high rate of speed and then basically taking a blade and shaping it down. Usually a CNC machine will do this, shaping it down to what you want the bullet to look like. This here is a tumble upon impact solid copper spun round from Fort Scott ammunition. And when you see something like this, a spun bullet, that usually means it is a solid material that doesn't cast like lead does. Lead casts very easily. Copper, silver, other things, they don't cast nearly as easy as lead. So it's easier to just take a rod of copper and shave it down to the shape you want with a lathe. And like I said, it's not just copper, it's also done that way with the silver. These silver bullets from Minuteman ammunition, the werewolf defense rounds, they are spun silver. They're made on a lathe. Now, these ones do have a hollow point added, but they're still a spun material. You can't really cast silver that easily and have it remain a uniform shape, so it's easier to just get a rod of already made silver and cut it down or lathe it down, spin it down to the right shape. Just a side note, not all silver bullets are solid silver. These ones here that were from Kunin, these are actually just lead bullets that have been like electroplated with silver. So these are just silver plated bullets. And that just goes to show you there's other ways to coat bullets also. Don't have to swage them. You can actually just coat them. Some people will just powder coat bullets. Some people electroplate bullets. There's other different ways to do it. This one I do believe is some type of electroplating process, and it makes a nice finish there, but not nearly as nice as the solid silver. And platings aren't always just on lead bullets. Sometimes they're on solid copper bullets. This is a spun solid copper bullet from Lehigh, but it's been electroplated with nickel. Gives it that real pretty silver look there, but don't be fooled, this will not stop a werewolf. It just looks nice. One of the advantages of taking the solid copper spun bullet, making a huge cavity in it, and then just plating it, makes this a very light bullet so it can move very fast. But it is a spun bullet that has just been electroplated with a coating to increase its performance, because the nickel coating does make the bullet work just a little bit better, and they think it's worth it because they're making a high velocity bullet here, and the solid material bullets tend to lose a little bit of their performance when they get up to super high velocities like this round, and therefore it needs the coating. So there you have it. There is a dumb guy explanation for the differences between a spun bullet and a cast bullet. And that kind of shows you different ways they can coat different bullets and everything, but really shows you the difference between something that's made in a mold, like a lead bullet, and then either jacketed or plated, and something that's made on a lathe, like a solid copper or a solid silver. Oh, and by the way, in case you were wondering, there's only 2 bullets on this table that would kill a werewolf. The silver plating is going to be enough to kill a werewolf. It'll work. As long as you get it in their bloodstream, it'll take them out. But you want to be more sure and use the solid silver. I'm not trusting my life to a plated bullet when it comes to werewolf attack. So make sure you have 1 solid silver bullet in your gun, just in case, at all times.